You really hit it off with a lot of these people. I remember when I first found out you were running, I'll admit I wasn't too crazy about the idea, but I'd never actually listened to what you were saying.
Understood.
And I just knew you at a surface level. And then I started watching your videos, I started watching you in the debates, and I started realizing what you were doing. And it's one of those things that people have to pay attention to the depth of what you're saying through a joke and realize that you're trying to explain how stupid something that already exists is. And I just don't know if Americans are smart enough to do that in general because they're all about little 5-second clips, But I think for those of us who really delved in and listened to what you were saying, we really appreciated it a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I like to think that most people get it. Most people grok it. Like I say, it operates on several levels. The literalists will never get it, even though I always think for me, it's funnier when people take it so at face value, as if it's a real thing, as though I'm a stark raving madman presenting like I really want a pony. Um, but I personally believe that most people understand that it's satire, that it is a joke. And of course, yeah, and once why did I run a Sears campaign this past year? Because I was recruited. I believe I was groomed by the Libertarian Party, and then I was recruited by my campaign manager, Desiree Lindsay from Texas, who reached out to me and obviously had a vision for how my campaign might help propel the Libertarian Party forward or shake things up, or a combination of the three, and asked me if I was interested in running a Sears campaign. And of course, that was something so alien to me that I realized it was a completely different animal, would require a whole different level of commitment, because up to that point, my imaginary campaign of 30 years essentially was like a week or two in the New Hampshire primaries, a week or two at the conventions, and maybe a week at the inauguration. So really, it was a month of my time every 4 years. But it gave me this level of notoriety, this manipulation of the media, and striking these resonant chords that reached so many people in so many different subcultures in America. And it gave me this level of notoriety that I could make what I believe was a legitimate offer of my services as a candidate under the LP banner. And of course, I was not trolling the party. I was offering the opportunity to allow me to troll America and the duopoly on
Right.
their behalf.
Yes.
Uh, because because of who I am and the people who love what I do, I have a certain allowance to. I mean, it's not a license to kill, but it's a license to thrill, and it gives me a lot of leeway in how I react in any given situation, and that involves even getting terribly rude and over the top if
Right.
that moment requires me in my worst judgment. And it's um, so but once again, the fact of the matter is, at the end of the day, over 1/5 of the delegates, 200 plus delegates thought that yes, Vermin Supreme at the top of the ticket was a potentially desirable thing. I mean, the year of my campaigning, essentially, we developed a hell of a campaign team, compromised of, eventually upwards of 100 volunteers, of libertarians, principal libertarians from the right and the left,
Right.
and all working together under this vision. It was the people who were supporting me were generally under the agreement and understanding that out of the crop of candidates, I was the most likely to pull in 5%, by creating this viral media shitstorm. They were the most convinced that I would have the ability to grow the party, to draw in lots and lots of young people, to draw in lots and lots of eyeballs, to create a moment, perhaps a movement. And personally, I'm a little sad because this was such a moment in time, and we had incredible momentum leading up to that convention. When the videos, when our video commercials started coming out, that Goulash Films and Daniel Smolt put together, those were going viral. I mean, 250,000 views inside of a week, leading up to that convention. There was electricity. I mean, and a lot of it, if not the majority of it, was indeed from outside the party. It was the population at large. I mean, they were, very excited about that possibility, even if, they weren't thrilled at the libertarian agenda, even.